What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today you join me again in my 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia. Today we're going to be going on a little nighttime POV cruise, kind of a commute home from work, I should say. But yeah, we're just going to be driving in the nighttime, and you guys suggested that I really give this car some more throttle when I'm driving it. So maybe we'll see what this Giulia can do on the way home. So yeah. If you guys don't know about this Giulia, I do have plenty of videos on my channel that describe the specs and go over what it's like to drive. Today we're just gonna kind of cruise in it and enjoy it as we drive home. So let's start her up. Start button on the steering wheel. Nice grumble on the exhaust. We're gonna pop it into dynamic mode, and I'm gonna turn this light off. I hope it's still bright enough for you guys to see in here, but if not, this is kind of what it's like to drive it at night. So actually roll down the windows a bit, because when we go by these buildings, you're going to hear the reverb is absolutely crazy when the engine is still kind of cold. So we'll give it a sec to warm up, but we're going to be in dynamic, probably in manual for most of the time too, as we just kind of cruise and enjoy this car on the way home. It's crazy that it's 8 o'clock and the sun is already setting. In New York, it feels like you don't really get too many days where you get a lot of sunlight. So it's already becoming that time of year again. But yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, as you can see, that exhaust, that AFE muffler delete, man, it just really wakes up this Giulia. And that reverb, it was so great going by those buildings and like under a tunnel in this car. It's just a blast. It just sounds so good. And the engine's still a little bit cold, so you get a few extra like crackles and pops. But yeah, guys, we're just gonna cruise on our way home and enjoy a beautiful night. I mean, it's perfect. It's 60s outside. Actually, you know what? Keep the windows down. It might be a little windy, but I think you get some better atmosphere and some better sounds out of this Giulia when you're cruising with the windows down. I was hoping we'd get a chance to kind of cut it up a little bit and, you know, kind of race some people. But 8 o'clock at night on, you know, back to school, people are kind of busy. I'm surprised it's quieter than it is. I was expecting it to be a lot more busy, all things considered. But yeah, it's that time of the year. Things are going fast, and before we know it, we'll be at Christmas time. So trying to enjoy these last few days where we get some actual good roads and some dry conditions to really drive these cars on. So stay tuned, because we're gonna have a lot of reviews coming before the end of the kind of fall summer season. So you want to talk about cruising. I love the Giulia on the highway. I mean, it's so fun to drive around a corner and all that, and like from takeoff, but on a highway, it's just so planted. And that's not even like this car's forte, you know? This car is not even supposed to be like a, you know, 200 mile an hour Autobahn vehicle, but it's just so planted on the highway, and that crazy fast steering rack combined with just the downforce that you get from this vehicle and the security from that all-wheel drive. I mean, you can easily do speeds and not know that you're going that as fast as you are. That's what I love about this car. It's just so smooth, but so much fun to drive too. You know, something I've always found interesting, at least about internal combustion engines, is that they actually have more power the colder the air is outside. Now, I mean, if you're an engineer or, you know, you're in the automotive industry, there's a scientific reason behind that. You know, there's more pressure, whatever, which builds to better horsepower output, exhaust flow, whatever. But I've always found it interesting because I'm always trying to think to myself, what is the perfect temperature and setup to drive? Because if you think about it, driving, you know, your car on a 100-degree day when the sun's beating on it, not necessarily the greatest thing for it, because, you know, you're going to start to overheat. It's not great for an engine to run really hot, right? You kind of lose power, and you know, it's just the car has to work a lot harder to maintain, you know, especially if you got AC going on. But then on the flip side of the coin, really cold, and, you know, the sun's not out, then you have cold pavement, which means that tires aren't going to stick as well. You're more prone to slip. You're not going to have as much lateral grip, which means you're also not going to be as fast. So I've always thought, I've always pondered, what's the best temperature to drive your car at, where you get you're not overheating the engine. You know, the engine can run cool and give you the max performance, but you're also going to be able to get grip from the tires and have, you know, warm, dry, sticky pavement. And, you know, really, I still haven't figured it out, but I have to say that the sweet spot is probably 60s and sunny, because you're getting the cooler air, yet the ground is still pretty warm and the sun is shining on that pavement, so you're still going to have some good lateral grips. But, you know, I've never been to a track to test that, and I've never, you know, had a chance scientifically to prove whether or not the hotter or the colder air, or, you know, what kind of conditions for a day makes the best driving conditions for the car. But I've always thought that was something interesting. So if you guys know the answer, or you think you know the answer, and you want to let me know, I'd love to hear from you guys and what you think on that too. I've always, because it's just a funny question, funny thing to think about. So. All right, nobody's behind us. So let's actually do a little bit of a launch in the Giulia. Foot on the brake, we're gonna brake boost a little bit. Man, that's quick, boys. I mean, that's 0-60 sub 5 seconds easily. The brake boosting definitely helps build that turbo pressure, but man, oh man. Wow, that's a load of fun. All right, guys. I don't mean to cut this video short. It was just supposed to be a little fun nighttime POV for you guys. Kind of, my commute to work, to home, whatever you want to call it. But just a fun little video, nighttime POV, ripping in the Giulia. Kind of give you a better sound and experience of what this car is like to drive. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you want me to continue with the reviews, which don't worry, I'm going to be doing that anyways, we got more cars coming, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you guys think, and I'll be sure to get back to you. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.